This right here. This is only part of why we're leaving. From somewhere, water was spraying up underneath our rig last night and left this big mess. Yeah, we're leaving. This is 138, site 138. More in a minute. So we are leaving the Boomtown KOA journey in Reno. It's actually in Boomtown. What you're looking at is a great view, but you're going to see here that the sites are way too cramped. The electric went out last night. There was a water sprinkler that was spraying up under our slide this morning. The rig itself actually unleveled itself because we were sinking. So with that in mind, we're a little bit upset and we are leaving. We've been here for 2 nights. We stayed here 4 nights a year ago and had a great time. We were actually in one of these sites that you're going to see here on the right. Right over here where this cyclone is parked. That was our site last year, and we were in a 30 amp, and lo and behold, they're in a 30 amp site with an adapter. So we get here, and you know what? I'll tell you that story as we pull out, and I'll rant on a minute or so more. This is the actual store, not the traditional A-frame KOA. I don't think they really have the KOA mentality and KOA spirit here. So we are leaving the KOA journey of Reno because we were treated just terrible. We were treated with disrespect from the moment we got there. So I got there and told them that I had a 50 amp rig. And I actually asked, I said that our reservation says 30 amps. I don't know why, but when I registered for it, it said that I was registering for a 50 amp. Every place we've been, 50 amp, 50 amp, 50 amp, all the KOAs, because that's how it's on my membership. And so anyway, long story short, I get there and my reservation says that I'm in a 30 amp, which I have no problem being in a 30 amp. I've got solar. I know, I'm not a rookie. I know how to power manage. I won't turn the microwave and the air conditioner on at the same time. I won't run the blow dryer at the same time I'm running the air conditioner or anything like that. So, you know, I told them. They said, nope, our policy is absolutely no adapters. So no dog bones of any kind whatsoever. I counted, while I was there, no less than 7 other people with adapters. They were being sneaky about it. And even that cyclone that we just passed had an adapter from a 30 amp plug to a 50 amp. I know because that's the site we were in last year. But they made a big stink. So if you ever go there and you have a 50 amp and you're in a 30 amp site, don't tell them anything. Just say and put your dog bone on and don't worry about it. So that's the long story. But that's the short story. The longer story is that when we got there, they were being very rude about me being in a 30 amp site. And so they said, nope, you can't stay here. I said, wait, I have a reservation. And lo and behold, I had a reservation, so they had to honor it. But what they did is they put me in a site in between two rigs where there was long-term residents. The particular pad that we were on was slanted. It was easily 4 to 5 inches out of whack, as you saw with the number of Lynx levelers that I used. I used all 10 of them to get myself level. I put up 4 rows high, and I still wasn't quite level. And while we were there, the right side drooped a little bit more, so it sunk in. It's just unacceptable. I figured out why. They've got a water leak right under that site. And it was spraying up under our RV. The manager was so rude to me and treated me like dirt. I mentioned, hey, I am a KOA member. I did buy the membership. I have been at KOAs for the last 20 nights. Well, 16 nights out of the last 20 days I was at a KOA site. And that didn't help. That didn't matter. Still was treated bad. After about an hour of arguing with them, they put me in this site. And then it took me another good hour to get level. And their power is not wired correctly. The power went off once today that I know of. I think it went off yesterday because I heard everything go blip, blip, and blip out, all the little powers, and I had to reset the TV on the second day. I think the power went out, and now that may be my surge protector cut it off to protect me, which if that's the case, thank you Camco surge protector. And we're very fortunate that we didn't blow everything out. But they did tell me that last year they had a fire, or recently they had a fire where they had somebody who overloaded their power adapter. Well, okay, that's not me. That's not my fault. Don't hold me accountable for that. Power adapters are perfectly safe. They're being used all over the world, especially they're safe when you use them with a surge protector. Anyway, okay, I've ranted enough. I do not recommend the Boomtown KOA. If we come back here, we will not be staying at the Boomtown KOA. We will find another place to stay. And unfortunately for the Boomtown Casino, which is really nice, by the way, and there's a Mel's Diner there, very nice diner, super service, nice people, great food, but we will not be staying there, and so we will probably not be playing at the Boomtown Casino. Just, that's the way it is. You know, you're associated with a KOA that's not level, that forces short-term residents into the long-term resident area, and I'm not going to talk bad about the people who were there, but they earned their reputation. Let's put it that way. And I'll leave it at that. Anyway, I'm not opposed to people who live in RV parks long term, because I anticipate that at some point in my life I might be one of those people who live in an RV park for a long period of time, whether it's a week, a month, 5 months, I don't know. But I do anticipate my wife and I being long-term residents at some place like that at some point in the future. So with that said, I can't say bad things about them, but their stuff was everywhere. I mean, everywhere. In our site, we got to it, and I mean, they even had something plugged into our pedestal. It was just a bad situation, bad all the way around. They should never have put somebody who's going to stay 4 nights in amongst the long-term residents in between two, because not only do they have the RV, they had a trailer and a truck and a moped or a scooter or something like that. The other side had 2 cars and the RV, and it's just crowded. It was very crowded, and it felt like a junkyard. Yeah, like what Tina said, it felt like a crowded junkyard. So, I hope that the owner does something to fix this. I hope that KOA corporate does something to either disassociate themselves with this particular KOA, or that they tell the manager, the lady, that she needs to treat her customers nice and treat them with respect, because we're the people who are paying for her to be there. It's our money, our $60 a night that we got charged to be there, that pay for her salary. So anyway, that's it. I'm sorry if you didn't like this video. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you did. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down, because I need to know that too. Because if you didn't like my rant, that's okay. But let me know that you don't like it. You can leave a comment for me. If you did appreciate this review of the KOA, you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I did several other reviews of sites that we've been at over the course of the month of July, and I'll put links to those right here. And I hope that you have a great day and do what I'm doing. We're getting away from the drama. Go get out and enjoy the world around you. Bye for now.